Good afternoon. This is part 2 of my Thursday vlog. I am in my craft cubby at the moment. I got slightly sidetracked, not by much, because I am cleaning my kitchen. But I just wanted to fill you in how far I've got so far today. I have put a hell of a lot of laundry away. I've actually got another full load of washing on, which is my dark washing, so I only have my lights left to do. But I wanted to start off by saying that I have actually wrapped up the chocolates. Now, I kept this red paper, and I just love this washi tape. I really wish I could have got some more. I actually got it from Hobbycraft. This is the tape. The only trouble is, obviously, I have cut it a bit shorter here, so I could have it further round. It's a shame, actually, you didn't get a bit longer belt. I got it from Hobbycraft, as I said. It was reduced down to 50p. I could only get the one, which I tried to go back a couple of times after last Christmas to see if I could get some more, but I couldn't. It must have just been an odd one. I will try again this year because I think it just finishes a plain parcel off. So here's the matchmakers and the 2 boxes of After 8 mints. Now, people are probably thinking, hang on a minute, is she going to forget what's in them? No. What I tend to do is, I know exactly who this one's for, so I will be putting a label on the back. One of these is a gift. Again, I will put a label on the back. And the other one, what I will do is, I will put to our family from Santa, and that will go under the tree. Now, that is because that one is for Christmas dinner. Like I said, I put it in the baskets on the place settings. So that's what I'm done, and that's what I want to get done and out the way. And as I said, now I've wrapped them up, put the nice washi tape on. I will not open those. I have done this for the last couple of years, and it's worked well for me, which I'm really happy about. So I just thought I would show you that. So that's my first bit. And my second bit is, as I said, this was in my kitchen. Life is like a roller coaster. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Now, I've said this, I've kept these quotes. This is off a calendar. And I did look up my bits and pieces because this will actually be filed away, so I can use it for another time. Now, I couldn't find a autumn quote, and I'd thought about just putting some paper in because I've got some nice papers, but I've left it for the moment because I checked my frame stock, because when I find frames either from the charity shop or on sale, I do get them. And what I have is, I've got 2 of these. Oh, again, I wish I bought some more. These are 6x4 from Wilko's. I bought these quite some time ago, actually. They were £6, down to £4, and then they sold them off for £1. I bought it at the same time as I bought, I believe it might have been the cream vases. And it's black on the back. So these are the ones that obviously can be hung up, landscaped, portrait, or just by the stand. So I really wish, again, I bought more, but I was on a budget at the beginning of the year as well on what I can spend, you know, on bits and pieces, especially after Christmas. So this is the second frame. As I said, I've used the first frame, and I'm going to show you what I've done. Again, I will say it's very hard to find reasonable decor. I know your Dollar Tree in America is really good, but Poundland hasn't got the stuff in yet. B&M started getting some Halloween stuff in, so basically you have to think out the box. So this is the pad Changing Seasons. I've used this one because it's got the burnt orange. I don't like a lot of bright orange. I have got some of the plastic pumpkins, which again are up in the loft, and I may have to get hubby to get the box down. So I've used that sheet of paper out of that pad. I got these from Amazon, my little wooden owls, to use either on gifts or any crafting. Again, I think there might have been only like 95p including postage packaging. That was not. I've used a leaf, again I got from Amazon, and I use a lot of this. This is what you use on your nails. I came across this idea, well, it wasn't my personal idea, it was from a Christmas club I went to crafting for 6 weeks last year, just before Christmas, and I like the idea of the little birds you can do, the little black birds that you can use your Sizzix machine and then use the black one of this and put it across your white card and stick the birds on it. I just like that, and it looks elegant. I haven't done that yet, and I hope to do it, but I was sorting through my nail stuff, and it's very fine tape that you obviously do on your nails. Excuse my nails, they are really bad because I've been scrubbing my kitchen and cleaning. And this is what I've done. So that's the supplies I've used. And this is what I come up with. As I said, I am a very basic crafter. I'm sorry for the reflection, if I bring it down, but I think you can get the idea of what I've done. Like I said, the Poundland paper, that is the tape that you put on your nails. I've done it in a like a zigzaggy pattern. I've got me autumn leaf behind, and my 2 owls representing me and my hubby. Let's face it, I keep saying this, and everybody knows this by now. I can't go 5 minutes without having some form of owl pieces around, and it just represents us as a family. So that is the picture frame, and if you bear with me, I'll take you over to my breakfast bar. Right, this is the breakfast bar between our kitchen and dining room. Now I've took out the false grass that I've had in there since Easter. I've still kept this wooden thing, but I quite like the look of the wood, so I thought that would look nice. This I actually have taken out of my cubby. I do not have a gold pumpkin. Whether I will manage to get one, a very small one or a glass one or something like that. I saw some lovely ones in Home Sense. I got this brassy vase, as I said. I think it was part of my autumn haul that I was showing you when I was pulling out all my bits and pieces that I would use in my autumn display. These flowers I took out of another vase that was in my cubby, which was this one, which I'll still be using around the home because it's the correct colours for autumn, but I shall do something with that. I liked actually the twigs that Vicky Mouse brought from B&M, and I'd like the darker brown ones, miniature ones where they've got the lights on. So that's what I might do with that vase. And then to finish it off, I've got my little DIY picture with my owls on. So that is another thing ticked off my list, and I'll go on to my next chore. So this is my next chore. I'm taking everything off, giving it a good clean. It's been the same arrangement on the shelf, I think, for years. I've got a few salt and pepper sets there. I did have a lot more, but I got rid of them. I've got a few Christmas ones that are stored away. and I'm showing you the before because I want to change it round. I haven't done it for ages. I usually leave it the same. I have took the things off this little shelf that hubby actually put in to match the rest of my work surfaces when they were replaced, and down here is where I am going to put that unit. So I'm not going to film this, but I will show you the completed task once I've finished. I've just taken a brief moment because when I was pulling out all my bits and pieces for my autumn decor, I did point out, I believe I had this little basket on my shelf with the rest of the baskets, but this just has small bits and pieces, mostly things that can go up on the wall or on shelves. So I thought I'd quickly share this because when I was going to check my decor to make sure I hadn't missed anything, this is what caught my eye in the basket. If you hate it, change it. If you want it, chase it. If you love it, cherish it. If you dream it, build it. Because it is wood, I think I could get away with that, maybe using that somewhere for autumn. I'll quickly go through some of these bits and pieces. I say some of these pieces I haven't had out for a while, and I did say I'm going to start getting rid of them. One of the items, I actually bought this years and years ago. Sorry, you can see that. I bought a couple of these pieces, and it was from a craft fair. Can you see that? It might need a bit of dusting, but I may actually use that. I'm going to put that aside. This is what I do, and maybe use that. I mean, I have got other bits and pieces that I have bought that actually would go nice with my colour scheme as well. I might leave that to a side and may decide on that. I also came across this. This is something that I did, I think, last year. And if I remember rightly, I had that up in my cubby. I just love that. As I said, here in England, I can't get the sayings unless I go on somewhere like Amazon. So it's got, every year I fall for pumpkins, bonfires, nature walks, s'mores, autumn leaves, lattes, apples and you. I just love that. Whether I will take it out this frame, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I actually forgot I had this, so I'm going to put that aside and use that. This is what I mean. I'm starting to rein in decor. I got these are actually black slate, and they were reduced down to £1. So I got the ticket. Yeah, it was £1.99 down to £1, and I was going to do something with them. I still haven't, so they're definitely going to be a question mark. And I got 2 of those. Lifetime of Your Happiness, I think that one was. And what's this one say? When I fall in love, it will be forever. I think they're just lovely. The only thing is, because they're black slate, I know it seems strong, I am a bit concerned about hanging these up. They're quite heavy as well. So what I might do is, I may use them and just take the what do you call it, the rope off, this twine rope, and just have it maybe put some of those pads on the back, you know, where the holes are and everything, just so it doesn't scratch my worktop. And maybe just, I could have that as either a large coaster or just on the unit. I do love sayings, so that is something I am thinking about doing. I didn't put this up actually. This went up last year, and I love this. I believe this came from Amazon. Days Until Our Holiday with the Caravan. Yes, it's got the 2 things on, the caravan and the owls. But I definitely won't get rid of that because I like that. Something that I bought which ended up being so big, It's not been used actually, and then I think it's got, has it got something love? I think it's home. Sorry, I'm just trying to unravel it. Yeah, our home. Sorry, it's our home. You see, it is rather big, and I think it came from Dunham, but I haven't used it. That is actually a question mark item that I probably will put in this pile, and may consider getting rid of that one. I'm not 100% sure. I went through a stage with the Union Jack and everything, and I got a lot of keep calm and carry on items. I'm going to put that as a question mark. Keep calm and carry on. That might be a question mark. This I paid a lot for, I must admit, and I do like it, but I thought, I don't know whether, because it's an awkward shape, but I do like a lot of the sayings in here. Charity begins at home, so best stay at the pub. Eat, drink and be merry, for tomorrow we diet. This is what I'm saying. I have still got quite a lot of keep calm bits and pieces around my home, and I do use them. But as I said, I'm trying to be a bit more selective. So this one, I definitely want to do something with it. So that's a keep. What we got? Home is where the heart is. I like it. Haven't used it in a year. That's a question mark. This one definitely I'm going to keep. I love this quote. Being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect. You just have to decide to look past the imperfections. And of course, it's got an owl in. That is a definite keep. Look that out. I am got a feeling that's from Splosh Home Gift. I've got a feeling that was an Amazon one. This is what a friend did for me, so I'm definitely going to keep this. It's slipped a bit. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. So I do like things with little quotes on. Peace, love and sandy feet. That's definitely a keep. I usually have that out in summer. That was a gift. This one was a gift as well. I'm going to find somewhere to put that, and I do love this. This was originally from .com Gifts, I think. I think it's got a different name now, but it's pottery, and it's got the lime, well, more of a minty green on, but the red ribbon. I mean, I could change that over and put yellow or something for Easter. I do, besides owls, I have a lot of hearts around. I've got this pampering in progress. When I've done a couple of pampering sessions, done a relative's nails, you know, put that out with a basket of bits and pieces. So I'm going to put that in the keep pile. I've got loads of these. I love wooden signs. I'm wondering, some of these, I don't think I will actually, I think they're stuck very down well. I could have said, I might look at them, you know, if they hadn't got the raised bits up, I could have reused that probably. That one is going in the possible get rid of pile. This one goes occasionally in my cubby because it's lilac and it's girly. That's a keep. I had that for Christmas. I use this one a lot. I got this from Amazon as well, with the love. That usually goes up around autumn time. But I've got my lights up on my mantle, but I'm definitely going to keep that because you can also use them as just tags on parcels, so that's definitely a keep. Dream Big, Sparkle More, Shine Bright. That one I think is going to go to my friend's granddaughter, because I know she's got mint green in her bedroom. I did go into a lot of mint green and I do love it, more at Easter time. But I said I've got to rein this in. This is a summer one and I have used it. So this is a kit. This was a gift. You Are My Sunshine on a Cloudy Day. And this is pottery. So that's definitely a keep. Yes, owls. Owl, love you forever. Yes, that's a keep. Anything to do with owls. I've got quite a few of these because these were reduced down. Down to like 50p. That's why I've got quite a few of those. So they will be a keep. This is a ban. I think it's got, is it Happy Mother's Day or something on? Something like that. I think I might put that in the get rid of pile, because I haven't used that for a couple of years. And I've got another owl. This one must have been Poundland, and I know that was a while back. Keep that for the time being. I got this butterfly one. Now, as I said, I had that up in the summer. So whether that is an item I think I'll keep up, but if I don't use it next year, I'll get rid of it. What else have we got? Oh, we've got some letters and some flags. The flags I think I will keep, all the flags, because I tend to have them over a mirror. And I've got some lettering there. I think that's something like keep calm or something like that. Half and half, I think. Half of that I will keep and half I'll get rid of. What else? And I've got this one, Live, Laugh, Love, with the heart. That's a big question mark. I think I could, if I wanted to, take the little heart off. Don't really put this on the door. That I'm going to put in the middle. I'm going to have another think about that, and that's a question mark. So, looking at this, yes, I've still got that bit to keep. That is a possibility, and that pile to get rid of. Yeah. Although there is a question mark again on one of those. I might just keep one and get rid of the other. And then I've got this little bird. I'll put that in a question mark. As I said, I'm trying to get rid of stuff and thin things down. And as I said, if I'm not going to use them, I'm going to get rid of them. So I have managed, out of all that, is to sort out a few little bits and pieces that I can use around my home. I am trying to go for a naught spend if I can in the next couple of days. Although saying that, it is coming up to the weekend, so we should see about that. Right, I'm going to go back to my cleaning, and again I will show you once I've completed the task. Right, I've changed a few bits and pieces around my home, and the first thing I want to point out is these 3 items. Naught spend. Now this is actually a beer bottle. I've put some hessian on, and around the neck I've just put some twine and my faithful wooden owl. And these, again, I had some hessian with a bit of lace on, a bit of twine, and wooden hearts on these just to fill the space. And as I say, I'm trying to keep costs down. And these were actually had paste in for sandwiches and that. So that was to replace something that I've put now in the kitchen. I do this, you see, I change bits and pieces around, and it just gives it a fresh look. So that little project was naught spend, so I'm quite happy with that. And this is the task I wanted to complete, the chore, with the unit I brought from the car boot, which amazingly fits in the space just right. It's not very often we actually close the door. We usually leave it open, so it does actually fit really well. And I'm going to start at the top. I'll go slowly. So I am going to ask hubby about removing the fire extinguisher and possibly putting it underneath the new unit. Right, so I've toned it down. I have took the Coca-Cola metal tin plaque down. I'm not going to get rid of it at the moment because it was something that me and hubby bought when I went to America in 1993 for the first time. Same as, if you remember, just there, I had the cup dispenser. Again, I'm going to hold on to them because I may put them back up, especially at Christmas time, being as they're red. Right, up the top there is the kitchen conversions table. Now I had that actually near my hob, but I've decided to put it there because obviously there was a hook up there, so I just wanted to put something there at the moment. Those 3 bottles were in my cloakroom. They were from Poundland. Again, it seems to go with the scheme. The same with those 2 little black owls. They were in the cloakroom. The heart was there before. I just wanted a bit of burgundy brought in. I've had those a fair few years, those 3 little tea light holders with the squirrels. Usually I have them in my lounge, but I think I've got enough bits and pieces in there at the moment. And those have stayed the same with the spices I use frequently and my kitchen roll. Now this kitchen roll holder and the wine rack, spice rack, were actually originally wedding presents, so they're 30 years old. They were pine and I painted them years and years ago to match basically the wall. So, and I'm going to open the door a bit more so I can get round. And there is the school little plaque that I got from Craft Fair years ago. Now there was actually 2 bolts or screws, one there and one further down, and I've managed to cover them up. And what I've done is I've split the wire and made another little hoop that's behind there to go on one of the screws, and just sort of done the rest of the hoop into near enough a rough heart shape, and the other apple down the bottom there just hides the other bolt, so that way I can actually put it back if I want to. Now moving round, we have a soda stream, and that was there before, but I've decluttered this area, and I'll just move those off for a minute so I can show you. Right, this is one of those plaques. I'm getting rid of the other one. I'm just going to keep the one. When I fall in love, will be forever. And what I've done is I've taken the twine out, and I've put these plastic rubber protectors on so it doesn't scratch the unit. So I'm just using that as a little plaque. And then I've taken, and I'm going to store all my other salt and peppers away for the time being, because some of them say are my collection of Coca-Cola, and I'm just leaving one set of salt and peppers, and these will be now used daily. Excuse me. Right, going back to the unit I got from the car boot for £5. First of all, in this drawer, I can open it with one hand, I have got black tea towels, dishcloths and 2 aprons. And then the 3 baskets. This one, I've put everything that belongs to the soda stream. That used to be in a red basket on here. So I'm trying to thin it out. Down here, I've got to go to the vegetable shop. We've got a store actually that does all fresh vegetables and everything. It's like a market store within one of our centres. And so I've got onions, but I wanted to split them up because I do get through a lot of onions and I want to be able to, or veg, so I know which ones to be used first. And then down the bottom I just got my potatoes. My rubbish bin is under there. Got my microwave there. And then I did change out things up here. That apple was on my breakfast spot. I've decided to put it up there. I've actually changed these artificial flowers out. They are more Christmassy, but I leave them out all year round. And they were in a red jug, which I'll show you. Not getting rid of the red jug because I use it at Christmas. But I swapped things around, so I've got the 3-tone Poundland vase. I've decided to put my owl picture up there, and then this came off ages ago. It was just slipped in the red jug actually, but it was to that arrangement there, so I've just left it there. So, and then I just have, not very pretty at the moment, I have my hand soap and bits and pieces I use for cleaning. So I hope you've enjoyed my Thursday vlog, and this is coming to the end of part 2, and I hope you've enjoyed my bits and pieces. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good weekend. Thank you.